Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Command Ops 2, episode number 9. I think this is episode number 9, might be episode number 10. And we are finally on to day 3. Well, we will be in one more hour in game. So this is nighttime. We actually can speed through quite a bit of this. I was just trying to show the control overlay. These are the enemies we most recently saw, which is actually, the only enemies we've seen because this is all. But none of them have been seen recently, so they're probably up to no good moving around at night, but I'm not too worried about our objectives. I think we have pretty good control of everything, and our fatigue is just dropping like a rock, which I'm extremely happy about. So a lot of these units that have been rather fatigued have just been losing all their fatigue after a little good amount of rest, and I'm very happy. The only exception to this is Charlie Company of our infantry over here just seems to be having quite a hard time getting back into fighting condition. So that's okay. We'll let them, hopefully they'll recover some more as the night progresses. And we do expect reinforcements at daybreak. So what's my plan for daybreak as we speed along at 2 arrows? We're going to do our attack on Sankt Vith. That's obviously what has to happen next. I'm going to be pulling up the 8th a little bit early before dawn to get them into this channel. I'm going to get the 51st to pull up to this channel, which means probably I would be well served to get the infantry to attack and clear this area for them before we actually need them. And then what I might do is give these guys a fallback order to Breitfeld and have them just secure that town during the day so they can rest up. So we'll try to cycle the units in this manner. So they will do an attack over to just basically clear this MSR. And then after that's done, hopefully it'll be about 5 o'clock. So they'll probably begin their attack around 3 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know how long it'll take them to move that far, but... who's getting bombarded? Oh, here we go, right here. So it looks like the Germans are still trying to take this area. But I do have some lovely reinforcements available. Lovely artillery available. Unfortunately, I don't know why. I did set these guys up to defend towards the northeast, but just in the process of them bombarding and then not bombarding, it looks like they keep... we have actually excellent visibility of them. They keep shifting over to the to face west, which if I could, I would like their field artillery can fire off to the west, north, whatever. But I would like the rest of their pretty heavily defended unit to face east. They have ignored me, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So let's just go ahead and bring down the pain on these guys. And that looks maybe just a little bit too close. Let's pull it back. We know that they're going to retreat backwards in a second anyway. So let's do this and don't avoid friendlies because I'm sure that they're about to get their butt kicked. I'm actually even going to move this unit, which doesn't have any fatigue to speak of. So let's move these guys into a position where they can better defend against these intrusions in the forest. So I might even do something like put them here. I was hoping to get access to the forest, but it doesn't look like we are going to get line of sight into the forest. Ooh, that's actually quite nice. Because that means that once the day breaks, they'll actually have really good vision. I actually kind of want them to have a little bit less vision over to the east so that they aren't attacked from the back that easily. Although, yeah, maybe that's a moot point. Something like this, higher, lower. Okay, this looks good right here. Let's put them to right here. Oh, they can't go there. Okay, well, where can you go? How was that for visibility? It's not terrible. Yeah, it's not bad. I think it's good right where it is, in fact. Then, obviously, we want you to face this direction, but I want you to do a arrowhead, which hopefully will help protect you from side attacks. And again, as always, you're doing this with the maximum everything. Take the shortest route there. Very good. So hopefully they do that very quickly. These guys are returning fire. Hopefully, I didn't see any red going up here. So hopefully that we didn't take any actual casualties. And these guys are resting now. I wonder if yeah, they're already dug in. So I assume that they're very difficult to dislodge, especially because they are so heavily defended. So this unit, it is a motorized unit, very quick to move to its new position, to defend, and look at that, fatigue is just very, very acceptable. Okay, so that should help secure Steinbrook. I wish we didn't have to keep doing that, but ideally we'll eliminate that unit. In fact, okay, we could just kind of feel out where they might be. Let's do that. Surprised that bombardment didn't begin already. What? You didn't bombard at all. Oh, maybe they were too close to... I bet I wasn't looking, but I bet they considered it too close to friendlies. So what if we take this off? Yeah, their line stops just at basically at where the river meets the railroad. And we are choosing something which doesn't get anywhere near that, so we should be okay there. Because if they're moving, that's when we should actually see them again. A few that may have landed more or less in the area, but that's good enough. If we see them again, we'll continue the bombardment. Alright, so pretty soon here we're going to give our order for the infantry to move out. Charlie's not going to be too happy about it, but actually Abel and Baker are just so much better than they were. And the cohesion's all the way up to maximum again. This is really good. Oh, and the 177th has been resupplied. That's good to see. I wanted them to not bombard because their fatigue was a bit high. Okay, 200. Let's begin giving these orders. So, you currently are resting, that's good, but now we want you to begin a big assault. Forming up where you are and pushing all the way over to this area. Let's just have them push over to this right here. So that should cover the roads. That should cover a lot of area, to be honest. I'm going to let them decide how they want to do it, but we want maximum rate of fire, maximum ammo. Yeah, essentially if you're moving up the... Maybe we should just do it right up the... So just almost form up exactly where you are. And then finish here. That should cover the MSR the entire way. Although I don't want you to actually just move only on the MSR, because of course we can send... Yeah, okay, I'm going to move this a little bit differently. We're going to get the Armored Engineer group to support them, which means what we're actually going to do is form up here and attack just basically all through the forest. All the while, when they get their orders to go, which it looks like this is going to start at 20:02:54, that's fine with me. And do this with, let's just say, a minimum amount of rest. I don't know what that'll mean. I think this means how much more rest they'll get before they begin operating, or before they begin the attack. So I'm okay. If this even begins at 3:30, I'm still okay with that. And we'll see when it actually ends. If it actually ends at 10:00 in the morning, that's a little bit too late. But okay, then you guys will continue to hold this road, but you guys are going to move out. You're going to probe here immediately. So you've already lost your fatigue. That's fantastic. So set up here, and you guys are going to probe over to here. I am actually going to... Oh! So the unit we saw over here was this unit here. Very interesting. Yeah, because this guy's gone now. Uh-huh. And we have another group somewhere in this forest. Unfortunately, I don't think these guys are going to catch them on their push west, but they should be more or less... disoriented, cut off, whatever. They should not be combat effective against our units, and we will very soon have some reinforcements which we can push up these main avenues just to make sure that they're clear. So maybe that's what the cavalry recon... I was going to send these guys north, and I still might do that. Yeah, it's probably more important for us to secure our supply route. So I'll let him stay there for another another hour or so, and then we'll push them down the MSR just to make sure that's completely clear. Let's get this back to not recent, but current. And very good. So this guy's going to do that very quickly, I think. Whoops, this guy. Yeah. So he's beginning his thing, and that should allow him to line up with this infantry attack pretty well. Even Charlie's doing okay now. Get up, boys. Time to make our move. So they are beginning to get their orders now. How are you guys moving? Okay, you are probing in a very wide formation. I like that. Oh, okay, we see some more units. Those guys are really close, but we don't know what exactly we're seeing here. Anyways, let's get the 177th, who now is in much better fighting condition. Let me see, what do we have around here? Okay, this is probably the biggest unit close by, as well as that one. No. There's so many. Okay, this one. Alright, so we need to watch out for... Okay, this is going to go away anyways, but... Basically, a line from this through the crossroads right there, and then... the red, basically. Okay, so the red... And it doesn't look like this guy is anywhere near that. Okay, good. So we just do something like this. Oh god, we might actually hit... Yeah, we are. Oh gosh. This guy has somehow wedged his way in like a very... He's really in there. How do we do this? I guess something like this. That just misses that. Okay, let's see this other big unit. I think that just misses that as well. So a box is right here. Come on. Yeah, that misses that as well. Okay, so what we're going to get this guy to do is turn off avoid friendlies. And we need this as fast as possible. And do that maximum resupply, no rest. I don't think any of that stuff matters. The bombardment stuff usually just happens. It's on its own system. It's not really quite the same order system from what I can tell. Okay, so hopefully that arrives very quickly. Good. Really, really fatigued unit as well, because obviously they had to move overnight to do this. That engineering group can just rest there for a little bit while this group begins to form up. We're going to wait until they're we'll have like a phase line here. When they cross this phase line, I'll send the armored engineer along the MSR. Okay, that guy is still there, so we will continue our bombardment. Yeah, that looks good to me. Same deal here. Just don't avoid friendlies though, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to hit friendlies where you're bombarding. Yeah, nowhere near it. I'm actually considering bringing in more artillery on this guy. So that just barely misses him. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now who do we have over here? He does touch this house here, and then he moves down. So it's a perfect line between these two houses that stops by these two trees. Oh, it touches. So we'll have to move this back a little bit. Probably up a little bit too. Okay, as long as that still doesn't touch him, it doesn't. So the last person we need to check is it intersecting with this guy? It's not. Okay, good. So you are perfect where you are. Go ahead and do that and don't avoid friendlies. Just give it to him. And we'll run the artillery back again on this guy, so make sure we're not missing anything else. It's a lot of artillery, but this is what I want. I want to just hit these guys from a distance. Much better than actually relying on our forces. That's not a vote of confidence, but I don't mean it that way. I just mean that if we can get it done without loss of life. Well, certainly you're not going to lose life bombarding an enemy. You know, it's too far away. It's an indirect fire, right? Okay, I think that is okay. Yeah, that's okay. Good. Also, don't avoid friendlies. So I just want to brutalize these guys with our artillery, which is the main advantage I feel that we have in this scenario. Just unlimited artillery. Okay, bring it back again. That looks good. And it's just east of those two houses, so avoid friendlies. Give it to them again. And again. Avoid friendlies. Lots of artillery on this guy. He's the one who poked his head up, you know? Like they said, the tallest blade of grass is the first to get mowed down. So that's what we're doing here. Look at the cohesion just annihilated. That was so cool to see the cohesion drop real time. Now, we don't have a very good idea of their unit, but I'm assuming that that is actually correct information. Maybe if the cohesion percentage itself isn't exactly correct, at least the idea that this is destroying their cohesion is correct. So let's bring a little bit more of the heavy stuff. Is that too close? That's still fine. I think that's still okay, so it's just east of those two houses. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's close, but it's good. So again, do this. Don't avoid friendlies. Bring the pain. Because if this is a 4 quality unit, then having it with no cohesion is much more important than sparing our artillery somewhere else. We just want to eliminate this guy as much as we can. Okay, let's get this one a little further down as well. That is still fine. I'm going to risk this a little bit more even. Okay, and avoid friendlies. Just keep it coming. It's not in the forest, and it doesn't look like it's in the town either, so I think that this is actually... It's probably causing casualties. Okay, when are you guys going to move? When are you guys going to move? Okay, I gave the order with minimum rest. They've waited too long. You know what? Go. Just for the love of God, can you go? It's 0500. I had no idea it was already 0500, and these guys are still here. Like, just for the love of God, go. Just go. You waited way too long. Because I want these guys... Okay, this is it. I think we're going to have to do it this way. We're going to have this guy just probe up through the main vein, form up on this edge here, and probe over to this intersection here. Simultaneously, we'll get this guy to probe starting here and probe over to the same intersection here. So hopefully that will secure these two main veins over to the west. And very soon we're going to have to begin the assault past this guy. I mean, I wish we had someone else we could bring in over there, but you know what, we don't. So these guys are finally moving, thank God. And I didn't have to order them to do it under fastest, which I extremely prefer not to do. So they got the hint when I said do this under minimum. Okay, he's forming up there. These guys are at least starting to move out. I heard small arms fire. But the only unit I see on the map is this one. Okay, well, let's just give it to him again then. We're about to get... Okay, 22nd already got reinforced, so let's just go ahead and... Oh, it was the 51st. The Baker of the 51st was actually firing at them. That's good. Okay, so this... I think this doesn't hit... It doesn't hit them. Let's just check again. Right here is the corner. Yeah, that's good. It doesn't hit them. And I'm pretty sure it goes just below this house, in between the line, midpoint between these two, at the bottom of that house. So, yeah, it goes right here, and this guy is here. That's perfect. Okay, so good. The 22nd, you're actually there. You're perfect there, which is going to be very effective. It's going to land right on their heads, essentially. And these guys are moving kind of in unison, which, you know, is not going to happen forever. These mechanized forces are going to get way further ahead, but just keeping them so they can't do anything. All they can do is sit there and take our fire. Run it back again. I think that's probably good. Yep, it's close, but it's still not. It's still in the right area. Really good to see these guys moving, though. And this guy's out. He's probing as well. Alright. So let's give this guy a movement order to Steinbrook here, just so we can cover that. Allowing him to attack en route. And have him do that immediately. So I don't know how he'll do that, but I want him to just move. Make sure we are securing this Steinbrook area. Just to make sure that supplies can get through, because it's about to be 0600. So I guess we would have been getting reports of our supplies being intercepted if they were getting intercepted. Here we go. So we are inside of this unit. I don't know if we're going to be able to. I really wish the infantry had moved earlier. That was my mistake, of course. I should have been tasking them a little more thoroughly, but I didn't. And now here we are in a situation where I can't bring artillery on this guy. I just can't. It's just impossible. Okay, and on top of that, we should be getting reinforcements time now. Pretty sure day 3, 0600 is when our reinforcements should arrive. So, I don't know. Well, let's assume that this guy's going to back up. So what we'll do is ask the 66 to bombard. Nope, can't even do that. Something like this. Okay, that doesn't hit them, I think. Yeah, that doesn't hit them. So let's do the bombardment here. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but don't avoid friendlies. So we are taking fire, and we are returning fire. But unfortunately, we're taking fire. That's sad. Always. We don't have eyes on them anymore. We are getting support from the north, which is good. Let's have the 22nd continue their job here. Is that going to hit that unit? Now we're back to this corner here. Yep, that's fine. And what about you? Still good. Okay. Do this without avoiding friendlies. Just continue to suppress that unit. Now we're moving forward. This is perfect. Actually, that worked out well. Oh! Oh my gosh, not Dog Company again, please! This is just an HQ battalion, so let's try to get the 22nd. I think that's... Pretty sure the 22nd is the only unit who can actually get involved there. Oh, the 66 can. Well, that's good. And Dog Company is extremely small. Just called it. The right edge of that is where they are. So we're good there. They're probably going to retreat back up in this direction. So put down your fire there. Oh man, they're beginning an assault pretty much from every direction now. They do control the MSR, it appears. So let's... Oh man. We have a lot to do. Okay, so these guys are assaulting this unit. I want to prioritize this unit because he is in the forest, which is where we can get the most work done. 66 is bombarding there. I'm going to get the 177th to bombard this guy, I think. Oh my god, he's way too close. I don't think we can bombard this guy. Okay, not with the 177th. We'll give a different order. What about the 22nd? Okay, this guy's done for. Let's bombard here instead. This guy is moving, but he's moving south. And none of these guys are very big, so we don't really have to worry about hitting them. Yeah, we're doing fine. So let's just put this... I mean, let's just put it right on top of them. I don't know where they are exactly, but if they're exactly right there, then that should land on it. Mechanized Infantry Company. Well, if that is the case, that's something we have to look out for. Alright, so right now we have the 66th bombarding there, that's good. 22nd bombarding there, that's good. And 177th is open. Actually, let's switch this up. Let's have the 177th bombard here. Which makes more sense because we don't know where they are. And we're not going to hit our own guys. The bigger area of fire is appropriate. I guess we could try to get the 22nd to fire up here. Okay, wow, it's just so close. We can basically just barely cover the corner of the unit. And we know that they're going to fall back again anyway, right? So, how's that look? Well, they're going to push forward too, so I'm going to leave... I mean, that doesn't hit them, but if they continue to move, I'll just have to monitor this one. Yeah, see, it's gone now, but... So if this guy moves again, we're going to have to cancel that fire. I think that they'll be moving again, so let's just cancel this. We got the 20... oh, perfect timing. So they're on the move again. Oscar Mike. And we have these guys we've now seen. Ah, they're bouncing everywhere. 4 units. I don't know if I'll spare. I don't know if I'm going to spare a unit for that. Okay, so anyway, these guys have kind of done the job I wanted. So the 51st is now going to move out. What I'm going to do is... Let's see. Oh, these guys have been firing. Where or why or how? Okay, where's control? Did we just eliminate another unit here? No, that's from day 2, like basically a full day ago. This is from day 1. Day 1, okay. So I didn't see the enemy engage here. I don't know where they are, why this unit... Oh, this unit's firing because it's artillery. That makes sense. What is this unit? I can't seem to click on that one. What the heck? I can't click on it. It's frustrating. Ah, this is frustrating. I can't click on this. Okay, well, I don't know what to do about it. I don't remember eliminating a unit here, but I don't have the best memory. So let's just go ahead and run this guy the way I want him to do. Whoops, that should be a shift click. Just along this road, we want to make sure it's clear. So let's give them all these waypoints up to here. And from there, we know it's clear, right? But let's do this. You can attack at any point. You can engage at any point. Do this without rest. And do it along the shortest distance between these two. Well, let's just say quickest, which means he'll definitely follow the road. And it looks like I need to give one final movement order, so... Well, you know, we could move him finally all the way over to sets. Something like this. That makes sense to me. That way we make sure that this route is open. And then maybe he'll be the one to go. No, he's AAA, so he's supposed to not get involved in the offense, but just on the defense. I needed a unit to go and cover Breitfeld. You know what? The 8th has just got to go and eliminate that threat. So let's just do it this way. 8th, I want you guys to form up and assault over to this. Now that's forest. That's terrible to put the armor there. That's just a bad idea. We're going to have to let Charlie cover that. So just assault over to this position here. Hopefully in the process we can eliminate this unit. You guys are going to assault. You're going to form up here and you're going to assault... guess to here. I don't really care how you do it, but just give you all the normal stuff. Max. Do that with just do that with no rest. Do that immediately. Okay, I thought I gave you... Can I delete this last one? Damn it. I thought I gave you I thought I let go of holding shift. So yeah, do it this way. Perfect. You guys are moving up to here. That's a good assault. Let's do it something like this. I don't really care how they do it. They might choose to go over this way, but I'm going to leave it up to the commander. He can make his own decisions. So we will be moving out. And who do I have? Okay, so we did see some units. This guy has to move over to the west now, I think. Now, we're just 15 minutes away from actually having better visibility. But I think that this will already give me a good idea of how good my visibility is going to be. Oh, wow. So it gets a little bit better right here. So go and defend here instead now, facing due west. Okay, maybe that. Actually, maybe a hint south, just because I don't think you'll need to cover this line. And you will be outside of Lomersweiler, which means the 35th is going to have to continue to defend this area until I can get reinforcements up here. Like maybe this guy, after he continues his little patrol route, we'll get him back over here to defend Lomersweiler. Maybe maybe we'll move this guy back. That's another idea. How big is this? Oh man, if we just get him right here, he'd be fine. Let me see. Is that a viable option? We won't know until it's day anyway. So I'll just wait for it to be day, and then we'll see if there's anything over here that I can actually use that allows him to defend to the southwest. Okay, very good. So do this order. Did I mention? I didn't give you all this stuff. No rest, and that's all good. Actually, I think, yeah, arrowheads should be good for this. All right, you've been defending. How is the control here? It kind of looks like we've lost it, so let's send this guy down. What unit are you attached to? You are part of the 35th. That's so strange. I've completely forgotten. So let's have you go and assault here, and then facing that direction. Okay, just do that with no rest. Just do it instantly if you can. You've also taken some casualties, I see. And you guys are going to move. We want you to reposition. It was so good getting that base. Do I want to cut these guys off first? No, I think we're just moving on Song Vith. And, you know, we'll clean up the survivors behind us later. We just don't have time to do it right now, though. So I want you guys to form up here and assault. I think we'll have you assault here. We'll reform there, and that's where we'll do our actual assault to Song Vith. Okay, so the pieces, we're getting the pieces into place, but we're definitely delayed much more than I would have. I didn't do the planning perfectly. That's okay, though. We'll just have to live with the mess we made. Okay. Everything looks good there. Okay. Okay, everyone's been given orders. And that's it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's happening. We are bombarding. Let's move up to better speed, faster speed. And these guys are doing it. They did push that unit out. Didn't take many casualties. They're in pretty good shape. Yeah, you can see this unit is still... Oh, we're attacking them again, too. And they're on the retreat. So let's get the 107th just to... We know that they're going to fall back and... Wow, we got to cover so far behind them. Something like this should be good. Yeah, something like that. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, start blasting the hell out of these guys. Yep, we can bring it down right on their heads. And the 177th, okay, so these guys are straight right up to the 2. Okay, so we're about right there. Let's do it like this, though, so we can try to get all the units. In which case, I'm actually going to reserve the 22nd for a different activity, potentially. Good. So the 177th will try to get both, but they will also be getting this new unit to arrive, which is, if it's an HQ battalion, that's not something I'm really threatened by. And this is probably that's the HQ of this unit, probably. We have them both on the retreat, though, so that's the good news. I just really wish I knew what this was. It won't highlight. Sometimes you have to save and restore the game when that happens, so. Alright, well, let's just keep pushing. Alright, this guy keeps appearing, but what I like about it is that the number there keeps just dropping down. So let's go ahead and bombard him one more time. That doesn't hit that unit. Whoops. And I think that might be... Let's drop it down even a little bit. So that it doesn't hit this unit here. Oh, he has shifted a little bit. Okay, well, I think that's perfect still. So don't avoid friendlies. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but it might end up poorly if we start moving around, since they are supposed to be retasking for the attack. I mean, they are supposed to be reorganizing for the attack. He finally retreated. Good. So let's delete that artillery. They're going to move right into this range. That means the 8th is going to be right on them very soon. These bombardments should be perfect still. Oh, there they are. There they are. 22nd, where are you? Whatever you're doing, undo that and just bombard here instead. So you probably have to come back. Oh, I'm so happy to go bombard, bombard. There it is. Just in time. Perfect. Okay, we're seeing a lot more now that Daybreak has happened. Now that it's 0700. What, is dawn? Is this dawn or... I can't tell if this is full dawn. No, full dawn is at 800. Okay, that's why I had everything confused. I was off by an hour. Now we have limited visibility. And we will have better visibility in another 45 minutes. Okay, well, let's continue to see what's going on here. We have heavy machine gun company. That's acceptable for it to be moving about. And I'm really glad we hit these guys hard. So actually what I want is this group to come back. And I'm glad the infantry did their job, you know. They actually covered this. We've actually covered that whole line. I'm really happy about that. Okay, good. So hopefully that unit has taken a bit of a blow. We are going to lose them, though. And we don't have any... I am so foolish. At 0705, it looks like 1 hour delayed. So good, I only missed them by 20 minutes. Perfect timing for... Well, I would say really unfortunate for this poor heavy machine gun company. This company of German soldiers is about to be absolutely blasted by... All our reinforcements have to move down this pipeline, so they really picked the wrong time to be there. Okay, they could fail to complete their assault task, it says, but they've actually done exactly what I wanted them to do. So we've taken control, we have good control of this road. This guy's going to basically patrol it, and then we're going to bring him back, probably retask it. He'll probably move over to Breitfeld, just until the infantry I can get to set up there. We might need the infantry to sweep back down to the southeast, though, because of all this activity behind enemy lines. It looks like these guys are firing... I suspect that they're firing this way at this infantry platoon, which only has 4 units anyways. Like I said, it's hard to even justify using artillery on that unit. We did have enemy forces here, which it looks like... What's your visibility? So this is actually important now that we have visibility. What's your visibility there? Okay, could be better. How can it be better? Up on top of the hill, is that better? I mean, certainly we can see more, but there. This is the spot. This is the spot. Okay. If we defend here... Oh, it's just outside. Okay. Well, let's just try to find even a less decent point that is inside this radius. No. Better or worse as we go higher? Well, better up here, but this is mainly what I'm looking at. Changes really deliberately. It's really hard to see, tell where the best is. You know what? This is not bad, though, so let's just get it to go right here. Oh, crap. Let's move this up here. Was that where it was? Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I like that. And tell me, please, it is. It is. Okay, this is it. This is the place where we want them to be. So just look due west from there. Do this immediately. Okay, due west, but like maybe just a... Yeah, that's what I want. Arrowhead formation should be fine. We could do line, though. We're not expecting... No, since they're all alone, I don't want to chance it. Let's just put them in arrowhead. They also have really good fire, a good firing arc forward. Just it won't be as good off to the sides a little bit. But it'll be... I'm sorry. It's slightly worse forward, but it's better off to the sides. And since this unit is going to end up covering quite a lot of area by itself, we'll leave it there. That's fine. Okay, from there, to engage from max, do that with no rest. Everything's good. Now, how do I deal with this situation, though? I guess I should reattach them both. And maybe when this unit is in Lomersweiler, I will actually move the 35th out to Grufflingen. I like that. Actually, let's have them go through Nijmegen, which means the only part that they're going to be in very confined territory is in this little forested pass between Nijmegen and Maasbelt. So let's do this. Let's get everyone to reattach. Okay. We should have still control of Lomersweiler. Whoops. Yeah, so it shows we have control here. So what we'll have them do is I'll give them maybe a defend order so that they regroup. Wait, are you part of... Yeah, why don't you reattach as well? Get everyone to move out. So I'll just give that a moment to process for them to reestablish a connection with their subordinates. And then we'll give them an attack move over to Nijmegen. But we have all these other units. We've gone 42 minutes. So what I think I'm going to do is call this video to a close here. I'll keep that order. I like that. And we have quite a lot going on, but I want to spend a second off camera going through all the different possibilities with the new units we just got. So Combat Command Reserve has just arrived. Yeah, here they are. So we're not going to control these guys, but everything under here. Okay, so we have a new recon squad. That's very fascinating. What's the... Okay, Stewarts. Oh, this is really interesting. The Stewarts are the heavy hitters of this recon squad. Interesting. And so I'll keep them as a unit. Oh, and this is the heavy hitters. Another tank battalion, which is going to be very useful. And then we also have another... Oh, this is the tank destroyer battalion. Tank destroyer... Wait, this is the Greyhound? The M8. If I'm not mistaken, that was also... I think it was called the Greyhound, but maybe I'm wrong. We have a group of these guys. That's really cool. And some tank destroyers. Oh, good. What do we have here? Oh, the Jackson. Okay. Yeah, this is good. I think we'll leave this. We're expecting some armor, so I'm going to leave this unit in reserve until we find the armor. So maybe this is the best unit to send west. Or where do we think the armor is going to come from? Well, okay, this again... Let's just take a look at these things real fast, and then I'll think about this off camera. We also have another armored engineer battalion, which we can see how effective those guys have been. Just wonderful. Another tank destroyer battalion, or company. That's fantastic. And hey, what do we know? Look at this. Some more field artillery. You know what we could do with these guys is actually send them up to help defend Lomersweiler. Not from the west, because I don't want them to take contact, but let's just find a nice area on the east side that kind of helps defend Steinbrück. Yeah, so it should be something like this. They don't have as good of visibility into the forest area as I thought. And we might be getting out of the range of the objective. Wait. So let's see real fast, how far does this go? Pretty, okay, so we could get something all the way down here even. Oh good, I can leave that up. That's really nice. This is not bad. This is pretty good visibility. Coming down, does it help? Nope, gets worse. Nah. No real change there. That's not bad. Gets a little bit in the forest. Okay, what about this? Yeah, not good. We kind of expected that. Yeah, I think the hilltop's a little bit better. But probably this is our best bet. It misses that whole area right there where the unit currently is. How is this guy able to see that unit? No, yeah, that's right. He's fading away. This is probably the best bet. So I'm going to give this guy a defend order here. Well, I think I have him selected, but damn it, we lost where it was. Okay, let's do this. And now again, pull this out. I think it was better than that before. Okay, there, it's here. Okay, so there's a really small window right about here where it is best. I think that's where it is. Looks pretty good there. Yeah, so we'll get this guy to defend. Looking this direction, of course, he'll probably readjust that eventually, but that's where ideally he'll look. So move there in the quickest route, and you'll set up there, which is good. Max everything. All right, but anyways, we'll go through the rest of these when I get back. We'll call this video to a close here. Oh, and it looks like we have another armored infantry battalion, which is also really good. And this one has more anti-tank for us. Very good. And it also has AAA, which will probably, again, disengage and use as his own, another just solo defender unit. Well, thanks for watching, guys. This is a lot of fun. This is such a fun game. It's such a blast to move your units around. And I think this is not like the most difficult map. So the next one we do after this, one, I'll probably go through a little bit quicker. I've been saying that. But two, it'll be more of a challenge because we're kind of overrunning them. You know, this is a lot of easy pickings. And for me, it's more like how do I control the number of units behind enemy lines rather than how do we win this fight. I don't feel like overly overwhelmed. So, but yeah, we'll stick with this scenario until the very end. I'm not going to call it to an end early, even though, you know, already I think we're winning the fight already. So, right, well, I'll catch you guys for episode number 10. Until then, take care.